Recently, many countries like Kuwait, Japan, Italy, Australia, Malaysia, and others have started tightening entry rules for Filipinos. This doesn't just affect tourism, it also makes it harder for those looking for job opportunities abroad. So why are these countries setting these limits? How does it impact Filipinos? And could this be a sign of a changing global migration trend? Today we'll explore 10 countries restricting Filipinos in 2025, looking at the reasons and the challenges they face. Before we start, don't forget to follow the channel and leave a comment below. Let's get started. Kuwait has long been a popular destination for Filipino workers, especially in domestic help and construction. But things aren't as easy anymore. First, there's tension between the two countries. Many Filipino workers have faced abuse, unpaid wages, and bad working conditions. The Philippine government even banned sending workers to Kuwait, most recently in 2023, after a tragic incident. This has hurt their relationship. Plus, working in Kuwait is tough. The kafala system ties workers to their employers, so if something goes wrong, they can't easily protect themselves. With an average salary of about $400 a month, many feel it's not worth it. Also, Kuwait's culture is strict. You have to dress modestly, there's no alcohol, and there are many religious rules. For Filipinos used to a relaxed lifestyle, this can be a big culture shock. Japan is a dream destination for many Filipinos because of its modern tech, strong economy, and cool culture. But getting there isn't easy. First, Japan has very strict immigration rules. To get a work visa, you need tons of documents, job contracts, degrees, financial proof, and the process can take 3 to 6 months. In 2023, only 1,500 Filipinos got work visas, a tiny number compared to the demand. Next, the language is a problem. Japanese is hard to learn and most jobs require fluency. Even though Filipinos are good at English, it's not a big advantage in Japan. Also, the culture is different. Japanese people are very punctual and disciplined, while Filipinos are more laid-back and family-focused. This can make Filipinos feel out of place. Italy, the land of ancient cities, great food and beautiful views. But if you're Filipino, getting there is a challenge. Getting a visa for Italy is complicated. For tourism, you need to prove your finances, show your travel plans, and prove you'll return to the Philippines. For work, you need an Italian company to sponsor you, which is hard because Italy's unemployment rate is high, around 7.5%. The economy isn't great either. Immigrant workers earn about 800 euros a month, but living costs in cities like Rome can hit 1,200 euros. Undocumented workers often take low-paying manual jobs. Lastly, fitting in is tough. Even though Italians are Catholic like Filipinos, their lifestyle is different. Without knowing Italian, daily life and finding work become much harder. Australia has always attracted Filipinos with its good education, job opportunities, and high quality of life. But lately, its immigration rules have gotten stricter. First, visas are expensive and have lots of requirements. A tourist visa costs 145 AUD, and you need to prove you have at least 1,000 AUD per month plus health insurance and a return ticket. Work visas? You need to be in a shortage occupation, but many jobs Filipinos do aren't on that list. Living costs are high too. Rent in Sydney averages 2,000 AUD a month, way more than most immigrants earn. Even with a minimum wage of 20 AUD an hour after rent, food and transport, there's not much left. Plus, the culture can be a barrier. Australians are outgoing and love outdoor activities while Filipinos focus more on family and community. This can make some feel isolated. Malaysia used to be an easy choice for Filipinos because it's close and the cultures are similar. But by 2025, things have changed a lot. The biggest reason is political tension. Disputes over Sabah and tighter labor rules have made it harder to enter Malaysia. In 2023, they deported over 5,000 Filipino workers, showing how strict they've become. The job market is shrinking too. Filipinos used to work in construction for about $300 a month, but now only 15% of workers in each industry can be foreign. Work permit fees have also risen to $200 a year, so many give up. Getting a visa isn't simple either. A tourist visa costs $20, but you need $500 in your account. Work visas are even tougher, requiring background checks, health tests, and up to 3 months of waiting. Culturally, Malaysia is Muslim while the Philippines is mostly Catholic. Rules about food, halal, clothing, and public behavior can feel strange and hard to adjust to for Filipinos. If you think Qatar is a job paradise with high salaries, think again. By 2025, going to Qatar for work or travel isn't as easy as it used to be. First, Visas are strict. Even for tourism, you need to prove your finances, book a hotel, have a return ticket, and show at least $1,500 in your account. For work, you need a company to sponsor you, but Qatar is now hiring more workers from places like India or Nepal instead. Plus, they still have tough health rules. If you haven't gotten the right vaccines, you might have to quarantine in a hotel for up to 7 days, costing over $500 out of your pocket. For jobs, basic work like housekeeping or construction pays $400 to $600 a month, but competition is fierce. Qatar's Qatarization policy favors locals, so fewer Filipinos get hired. Also, the culture is strict. No alcohol, modest clothing, and Arabic as the main language. If you're not used to it, daily life can be really hard. Singapore is so close to the Philippines, you'd think it's easy to go there, but it's not. First, visas are tricky. It used to be simple, but now even tourists need $750 in their account, a hotel booking, and a return ticket. Work visas? Super hard. Unless you're in a high-skilled job like IT or nursing, you won't get an employment pass or S-pass. The job market is tight too. The fair consideration framework makes companies hire locals first, so foreigners have fewer chances. Without special skills, finding work is tough. Living costs are a big issue. Rent for a small apartment starts at $1,500 a month, plus other expenses. Basic jobs pay around $1,200 a month, not enough to live on. Even though Singapore is multicultural, life there is fast and stressful. If you don't speak Chinese or aren't used to their orderly lifestyle, you might feel out of place. Saudi Arabia used to be a hotspot for Filipino workers, but now it's not so easy to go there. First, visas are a hassle. A tourist visa costs $125 and can take 2 to 4 weeks to process. For a work visa, you need a company sponsor, fees of $500 to $1,000 a year, and strict medical checks. The biggest problem is the tension between the two countries. Filipino workers have faced abuse, unpaid wages, and even violence. The Philippine government has stopped sending workers there several times to push for better conditions, which hurts job chances for Filipinos. The culture is very strict too. No public music, men and women are separated, and Islamic laws are tough. If you're not used to it, it's hard to adjust. Plus, the kafala system ties workers to their employers. This traps many Filipinos in bad situations with no way out. When you think of the UAE, you might picture Dubai, fancy and full of skyscrapers. But getting there in 2025 isn't simple anymore. Visas are tough. A 30-day tourist visa costs $90, and you need $700 in your account, a hotel booking, and a return ticket. For work, you need a sponsor, but the UAE's Emiratization policy prioritizes locals, so Filipinos have fewer opportunities. Jobs like waitressing or construction pay $600 to $2,000 a month, but living costs are high. A small apartment in Dubai rents for at least $1,000 a month, not including other expenses. Wage issues are common too. About 30% of Filipino workers in the UAE say they've been paid late or not at all. The labor system has problems, leaving workers stuck when employers cause trouble. Even with lots of foreigners there, if you don't know Arabic or the culture, it's easy to feel lost. Oman might not be as famous as other countries, but it's been popular with Filipino workers. By 2025 though, it's not so easy to get in. Visas are a hurdle. A tourist visa is just $13, but you need a hotel booking, return ticket, and $500 in your account. For work, you need a sponsor, fees of $50 to $100, and a process that can take 2 to 4 weeks. The job market is shrinking. Oman's Omanization policy favors locals, making it harder for foreigners like Filipinos to find work. Jobs like nursing, which pays $800 a month, or construction, at $600 a month, sound okay, but conditions are tough. The labor system has issues too. Some Filipinos face exploitation, unpaid work, or bad living conditions like cramming 6 to 8 people in one room. Culture and language are barriers. Outside the capital, Muscat English isn't common. Without Arabic, daily life can be a struggle. There you have it, 10 countries restricting Filipinos in 2025. The main reasons? Diplomatic tensions, stricter immigration rules, and cultural differences. Does this mean Filipinos can't go abroad anymore? Not really, but we need to prepare better, learn the laws, get the right papers, and build skills to improve job chances. If you're planning to go overseas, keep up with the latest info to make smart decisions. And if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with others. See you in the next video.